Today, I made a pot of rich and tasty egusi soup for a client. I used goat meat, stockfish, crayfish, and local spices to give me that deep traditional aroma. In this video, every step matters, from blending the egusi seeds to adding my game changer spice. If you love homemade Nigerian food, then this video is for you. I washed the goat meat with salt and water, and I repeated this process 3 times without the salt and then rinsed thoroughly. After that, I poured the meat into a pot. I added some salt, some seasoning cubes, and onion paste, and blended fresh pepper. I stirred everything together to combine and then covered the pot and allowed the meat to cook in its own juice. I blended my egusi and added some uziza seeds. You guys, uziza seed is a game changer. If you want to level up your egusi soup, just add uziza seeds and thank me later. It takes your soup from level 1 to 100. I'm not even lying. I poured my egusi paste into a bowl, added a seasoning cube because I didn't want to bland egusi. I went ahead and mixed it thoroughly to dissolve the seasoning cubes and set it aside. Next, I added some palm oil into the pot, some crayfish powder, and blended fresh pepper. I stirred everything together to combine, and then I added my smoked catfish and my isiokporoko, and then I stirred everything together until it was thoroughly combined. But I was careful so as not to scatter the isiokporoko in the pot. Next, I added some water to form a base for the soup and adjusted the taste with some more crayfish powder, and then I stirred everything together to combine. I then covered the pot and allowed it to boil so the ingredients can marry themselves well. When I cook, I use less artificial seasoning, which is why I use more crayfish. It's natural, healthier, and gives your soup a great taste. I began scooping the egusi paste into the soup base in small portions. I repeated the process until I exhausted the egusi paste. I then covered the pot and allowed it to cook. At this point, if your egusi is still uncooked, you can add meat or fish stock or plain water depending on what you have, but please don't cook your egusi on high heat. You don't want your egusi to burn. If it burns, it will have a bitter and burnt taste, so use low to medium heat. Cooking is an art, so use your ingredients well. Wow your eaters because you may never get the chance to do it again. At this point, my egusi was cooked, so I adjusted the taste by adding some more crayfish powder. I stirred thoroughly to combine and then added my sliced ugu leaves from the day before. I stirred the ugu to combine and then I covered the pot and allowed it to simmer for 1 minute and then I turned off the heat. I usually don't like my ugu overcooked. So guys, my egusi soup is ready to be enjoyed. Tell me, will you be trying this recipe? Kindly follow for more healthy food videos. Thank you for watching.